Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million, what color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio in high fidelity.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who has taken, completed, and even mastered a variety of healing modalities. After a near-death experience, he was shown and developed a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish. He works with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype worldwide, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you can actually feel. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to ask Jimmy Mack a question. Enjoy this 1 hour of profound healing.
Hey, it's Jimmy Mack coming to you live out of Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa, the west coast of Florida. And if you have a television set in your home or the internet, yeah, we got a hurricane coming. Oh gosh, I'm so hopeful though. My sweet, sweet grandmother on my father's side, his mother, was named Irma, and she was just the sweetest lady you ever want to meet. So we're hoping and praying. I've talked to a couple of my wildly intuitive friends, so we're hoping and praying that the European model is right, and it swings to the right. I'm guessing as much as 100 miles off Dade Broward, which to you folks would be Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So we shall see. And hoping and praying about that, of course, is only the scarcity folks can run. Everything in Pinellas County is just about out of water. So good luck finding bottled water in any of our grocery stores. It is what it is, folks. But you're all in our prayers. We hope and pray that this will hang a hard right, be offshore, maybe bring some rain that we all need, and that's about it. And our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Houston, of course. You'd have to be living in the dark ages to not see all the Red Cross donation pieces. Doesn't matter what convenience store you go to or Walmart or anywhere you go. There's an opportunity even on PayPal to donate to the American Red Cross. I went to LA Fitness today, even as I bring up my little membership on their fancy app. It says for us to donate to the Red Cross here. How smart is that, folks? So technology will forever amaze me. Reach out to us if we can help you in any way. It's jimmymackhealing.com, of course. And you definitely want to send us an email, info at jimmymackhealing.com. And when you do that, we're going to send you out an email back. It's going to have on there some ebooks, different radio shows, audio, videos, all kinds of stuff for free. It's all free. Today is free. Everything we do today is free and all about being of service to all mankind. And that's what we're all about here on the show, folks. And also we have, I would be remiss if I didn't remember to say it, we have an audio MP3 out now. It's all about education. So that's kind of interesting. And it's really about teaching and learning, public speaking, listening, speaking, that sort of thing, removing blocks from all of those issues that people might have. It is even a great mechanism for having in the office if you're living in a Dilbert situation where you're in some sort of sales or dealing with the boss or having to be at the big meeting at the big table. This audio MP3 is for you. So reach out for that as well. Again, it's info@jimmymackhealing.com. We're here every Tuesday, 12 noon. You can always reach out to us. By all means, call in. Look for healings and readings and that sort of thing. It's always free. It's 713-955-0594. And you can find us on Blog Talk as well as iHeartRadio. And probably the end of the month, we're going to also be doing the Facebook Live deal. So we'll be on Blog Talk, iHeartRadio, and Facebook Live through studios that we work with here. And that's Goldilocks Productions. And we love you, Reverend Tiffany. Thank you. And thank you to Sandy, my chief of staff, we call her. And to everybody that makes this look easy, we sure love you. We appreciate you. So tune in every week. We'll have a different guest on. It should be exciting and fun. And so we're in a good place. And our thoughts and prayers are with everybody. And, hey, let's come together and see about moving this storm offshore. How about that? Instead of panicking about water, if people would stay out of the fear mode and just envision this hurricane going offshore and not touching Florida, imagine how different it would be. It would happen even faster. So at any rate, we'll get more into that today, I'm sure. And we did enjoy going to Al Gore's movie, An Inconvenient Truth, the second version of it. Just amazing stuff. And gosh, do we need more wind power? As you know, we need more solar. We need more of these things. At least in Florida, Duke was still trying to bang us for the old nuclear facility they closed up by Crystal River. Can you imagine all of us still paying on that when it never really produced energy for us, and they want us to pay for it? So it's just amazing. If we would all switch over to solar and wind and all the rest of it, we've been talking it to death for 30, 40 years, we'd be in a much different place. So here's prayers for that happening, and we're happy everybody's on the line today and with us. Today's guest is Ra Jha. He holds a doctorate in naturopathy, majoring in iridiology, which is about the study of the eye, by the way, and nutrition. And he's practiced for over a decade with an Alabama state license and taught his unique form of healing in medical universities and hospitals worldwide. Ra Jha has operated holistic clinics in major spa locations around the world as early as since 1976. He's also a licensed minister, and he does a lot of different things, been around the world I don't know how many times, and we'll get into that today. And you can reach out and send him an email at Stardoves. It's R-A at Stardoves, just like it sounds, STARDOVES.com. Hi, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm very fine, Jimmy. Very fine.
Good.
Nice to be with you and your audience today.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And, what's your slant on the whole storm thing? You're still one of us, a Floridian, right?
Well, I'm way, way up on the top in North Florida, right near Georgia in the middle. So I can go anywhere I wanted at a moment's notice. I was in Miami for 3 years, but I'm not down there anymore. Funny thing is, on the take on the storm is I was also in St. Augustine for a year right on the beach and got messages from our guides, and they said, anytime a great big old wave comes through, like it will happen here maybe in 100 years or so, it can go from coast to coast, from Gulf to the Atlantic. So you better go on up to the mountains and nest up there. So I went up to Asheville for 5 years, and I got a flood. I was flooded out up there.
Isn't that funny?
So
and I'll tell you, it makes me laugh. I talked to one of my just wildly intuitive ladies today, and she said she has just a slew of clients telling her she's going to leave town, and her joke to them was, well, you'll be driving into the hurricane.
But I like your idea about getting everybody to do a little meditation. Maybe we can do that before we go to place up energy barriers and shields of light protecting all land, our land and all land around it, and have that thing go out further out east in the Atlantic rather than bothering us. We've had enough for 10 years with what Harvey did to Houston.
That's true. That's a fact. Amen to that, brother. Yeah, no doubt. No, I'm there with you, and we're just going to dedicate this today and this show even, and just say energetically, I'm just going to put it out there that this is going to put an energetic shield around Florida, and that it's going to veer offshore. I got early on that it's going to be about 100 miles off Dade Broward, and that's the European model. All the other models act as if it's going to roar right up the middle of the state, and hoping for
that
him.
Means
hoping for
it'd
him.
go right over me.
But I think they might be.
I didn't
they
come
might be
down here to have one go over me. No way.
right. They might be sponsored by Publix and Lowe's and Home Depot for all we know. So there you go. So.
Well, Nick
Hey,
showed
tell folks how to get a hold of you, the website and the email address, and touch on, obviously you do some spiritual readings and different things, but also people may not know if you are an intuitive, a psychic, a healer of any sort, and you have your own website and your own practice, and you're trying to build your practice, you guys really help out as far as emailing and doing marketing campaigns and all that. So let folks know how to get a hold of you.
Yes, thank you. That's true. We do have the first and perhaps the largest still at this time, New Age email marketing list for people who are interested in promoting the new world of peace and love, and they write books, or they have practices, or they make CDs, or they give services, or have big events. And all that information can be found at marketingwiththestars.com. And we started out working with the Coalition for Visionary Retailers at the International New Age Trade Show, where we were one of the founding board members of the Coalition for Visionary Retailers, which helped to bring in a lot, make that International New Age Trade Show, which at one time was happening in Orlando and goes on every year in Denver. And from that, we began to build websites and gather email lists. Then we would work with the Whole Life Expo, the New Age Expos, and all the expos around the country, and gathering the email addresses, and still have staff members that go there. And we have websites cooperate and have a button people can click on to join the email list. And it was really started back in the late 90s to help people get together and learn about all these new changes that were happening. Now it's, everybody knows quite a bit about everything, and they get tons of emails, and there's the social networks, but it still works, and it's still very helpful, and we'll be happy to help people. We have very reasonable rates on that.
Yeah, and I'll give you a glowing testimonial. We got a bunch of people signed up. We did some work with you guys through Sandy, of course, Bittinger, my sweetheart, and folks, just so you know, we did a nice little email, and basically it's to sign up and email. Everything we sent out is free, just like they do, and we got, I would say, probably 15, 20 people signed up. So that's pretty strong for what it is. When you end up getting people at least follow you and find it interesting, they wind up just by fruition alone, ended up getting audio MP3s, or they might get books, or they're listening to us now. And so it's really all about discovery and really promoting each other. So, I have only high praise for you guys, and you've done a good job by us. So, awesome.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. We appreciate that.
Thank you. You bet.
When people establish themselves and they get to get known, that number can even increase to hundreds of responses. We've even had some big events where thousands, over a period of time will reply.
That's amazing.
And people either had to shut down their website or reorder before they could even place their orders. But in today's world, any response at all is a good sign.
Isn't it? Yeah, I agree with you. Because we're so covered up by, just minutia and all the rest of it. So we appreciate you guys really honing in on the market, and our stuff is woo-woo. I'm the first to tell everybody that. I like Rudy Hunter, the healer. He's got the woo-woo store. How brave is that, right? We're just calling it what it is. So, we're not in the market for the deeply religious or the political or any of these other exotic things, or the hardware store. Our market is extremely specific, and that's what you guys have as far as gathering goes. People that are, I call it skipping down the yellow brick road. So we're happy to have you, and we sure appreciate it. Hey, we're going to grab a caller, 818, Carolyn, California. How are you? Good morning there, I guess.
Yes, I'm doing great.
Good. You have a question?
Yeah, I want to know, what am I missing that my guides really want me to know?
I'll let him go first, and we'll do cleanup.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, right away, we're ready for you. And the answer came because we use a Pythagorean sense of mathematical essence and guidance from ascended masters and gods and goddesses and beings who have helped the planet. And immediately, the answer for you, my dear, comes from none other than the Holy Mother Mary, and her answer is for you is in 2 words: nurture yourself. You're missing nurturing yourself.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
We love you.
Okay, that's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, very interesting, Carolyn. Yeah, and they're immediately showing me the octopus, which means, you've got a lot of other people, their tentacles all into you. It isn't you're the octopus. It's you got a lot of tentacles going through your pockets and your house and your car and that sort of thing. So I would be the parallel with that as well. Be all more about you and be more it isn't selfish or self-centered or being a witch. It's more about preserving that goddess energy and nurturing your energy. So that's really what comes through more than anything else.
Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you both.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling in, love. We appreciate it. Hey, lots of folks are. Thank you. Bye-bye. A lot of folks are in listening mode right now. You're going to want to press pound 1 if you want to get on live and ask some questions to get readings and healings. 443 is our next caller. Hi, Kathy. Where are you calling from?
From Maryland.
Hey, Kathy. How are you? You have a question?
Yeah, I do. I'd like to know about my upcoming trip to Sedona. Will it be successful? Spiritual?
Let me tune in on this one here. I will have the perfect answer for you. Yes, the answer has come up right away from a great being that has been known over the years as the Green Man. And he's saying that your experience will be wonderful. You will touch parts of your heart that you haven't touched before. And while you're there, remember to constantly retreat into nature. And what a place to be able to do that in, other than Sedona. Nothing but good is in store for you. And remember to stay in nature while you're out there at all those vortexes.
Yeah, my first trip there.
Well, we used to give vortex tours down there in Sedona decades ago. And we loved the Bell Rock and Cathedral Rock and all of those beautiful Airport Mesa and all those wonderful places. There's no more inspiring place on the earth than Sedona. There may be a few others that equal it, but all in all, Sedona can really change your life and motivate you to go in a new direction and be very happy doing it.
Who's the Green Man?
Well, the Green Man is none other than Pan, P-A-N, the ancient God, who played the flute and called all the animals to him. Yeah, he's also known as has the feet of a goat and the horn of a goat, and he was the nature god long ago, before certain other beliefs got rid of him and put something different in there. But now in the age of Aquarius, we're back to bringing all the truths of all the legends of nature and even the religions and make it one large rosary that we all pray to. So we love Buddha, we love Jesus, but Pan was perhaps one of the very few and new gods, and he's also the Celtic king of nature, and stands in the woods to help inspire us to never forget our roots while we're here on planet Earth, which is to love the animals, love the trees and the berries and the bushes, and ourselves, and remember that we're a part of that. So
great.
The real answer for you was simply to retreat into nature, that your trip to Sedona will be like a spiritual retreat where you go deep into nature and be silent and just absorb the energies of nature and let nature lead you to the next part of your path.
That was great. Thank you so much.
What a great message, Kathy. So there you go. Yeah, send me an email. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com. I'll be glad to send you an audio on travel, and that would help you out a lot as far as your traveling goes, honey. But everything that he's saying rings true. Everything feels truth. I think it's not so much an epiphany you're going to have there as much as it's going to be the epiphany that you're already on the right track. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so it isn't so much, you discovering a new planet as much as it is you realize you are on the right track. You are within yourself. You're nurturing yourself. And like you said, get more out in nature as much as you possibly can. Go for little walks by yourself. I try for hours every morning to not speak, to not say anything. I play music and I walk around, have my coffee. And boy, in that silence, they're just talking up a storm. So I feel like if you do that, if you want to almost make Sedona your Zen path of just kind of walking around, that's going to go a long way to help you, love, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you listening today. Be sure and press *1 there, folks, or #1 if you want to raise your hand. 201's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Rose from New Jersey.
How are you, Rose? You have a question?
I do. I have money concerns. I've been a little stressed lately. What do you see in my future? Is that going to turn around?
Okay, let me tune in and see which answer. Yes, the answer came out very powerful and strong for you, and the masters are saying there's two parts of it. And one that came from right away from the great master from India known as Vishnu. And Vishnu's main answer to your question is to trust, to have trust in your own inner self, your own guidance, that you will come through with what you need to do in order to help yourself stay in the open flow of attracting money, income, and abundance to your life, and it will flow for you. We're also getting a dual message from the great master of Egypt, Thoth, or Thoth. And his message is for you to write. That could be write books, write poetry, write websites, write in your diary, but to make a record of writing, that there's something to do with writing that's going to be very helpful and special for you in this process.
Okay.
Makes sense, love?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, reach out to me, info@jimmymackhealing.com. I'll be glad to send you some audios and videos and things to watch. I also have a really good money clearing in that. It's free. I'll gladly send it to you. And that's where I did a whole group clearing for finance and good fortune. And I feel like you got about 5 weeks out. It's going to get much, much better about 5 weeks out. So it comes to me in months, and then I was kind of panicked thinking, how many months? Good Lord. But it's really only like a month and a week, so to where things really start to turn around. And they're just immediately screaming at me and saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. So you certainly got to hit the pavement. You got to be calling people, emailing people. You got to work at your pace, too, and keep the pot stirred up. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. 5 weeks is not that far from here, so thank you so much.
You're welcome, and if you send me an email, honey, I'll send you more clearings. They're all free, and the Good Fortune Money one can only help you get that, and maybe we can collapse it down and shorten the time period, okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you listening, love.
Bye.
Bye. Folks, you're going to want to press pound 1. We got a lot of people on the call and on the show, of course, but you want to press pound 1 if you want to raise your hand and get a reading or a message or a healing. So, just not 1. I'm sorry, not pound, just 1. Just hit 1. 72, it's for me. It's different for me. 727 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? I know the area code.
Hello. Hi, Jimmy
Hi.
Mack.
How are you?
Hey, I'm having the best day of my life, Jimmy Mack. Many thanks to you. This is Kathy. Yes.
What's going on? You have a question for Raja?
Yes, I do. I found out that I was an abductee about when I was 33 or so, and I just wanted to ask how I could best use that experience positively.
Okay, I'd be very happy to answer that for you. And this comes from Lord Manka, who is the High Kedar of the planet Mars. And he is saying that if you will open up and give joy, the power of joy, to all those that you come into contact with, and let them know where your joy comes from. Because you sound like a very joyful person to begin with. And I think that your experience with these extraterrestrials helped you to realize that that's all there is in life, that we're really here to be joyful and to help other people be joy, even if there's wars and rumors of wars and hurricanes and earthquakes and all sorts of things. Our job is not to ignore these things, but to stay on the vibration of joy and love and happiness. And I'm getting one of that message that came from Monka. I'm also getting a message from El Moria. I don't know why double messages are coming in here. But you're getting one, and this has to do with a magic wand. To use a magic wand to clear and shield your energy as you do this, because a lot of people don't believe in extraterrestrials, even though there are cosmic mothers and fathers, and but more and more they are. And the History Channel is helping a lot of that, teaching people about the truth of extraterrestrials. But they're saying that if you will clear and shield your energy so nothing but joy can come in and nothing but joy can go out, you will be empowered much more and not suffer any setbacks in any way. And they're also saying that even though these are being specifically given to you, everybody listening can benefit from the answers giving to everybody, because we're all one family. And if it feels right, it's helpful for you at that time.
Well, great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well said. How are you doing? You sound good.
Well, I'm better. I listened to your leadership, the latest MP3, and education. I apologize.
What a great thing to call it, leadership. I love it.
Well, I guess I felt the leadership side of it, and it's for everyone. That's the great thing about all your MP3s. It's like, even when you don't think it applies, listen to it, for God's sakes, because it does. It's about life.
Right.
So,
right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you listening to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking my call, and thank you. Love
Have
you.
a good one.
Bye. You too.
We
Bye.
love you too. Bye-bye. Hey, our next caller is Nancy from 916. Where are you calling from, Nancy?
Hello, I'm from California. And
how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Good. You have a question for Raja?
Yes, I do. What do you see for future service and work for me?
Okay, that's very good. And I'm getting a strong charge of energy from the masters here that they've been waiting for you. because they have a very special message for you. So now I'm going to see what that message is. And that message comes from our beloved Isis. Some pronounce it ISIS. And what a negative misnomer and absolute mistake of us here in the western part of the world calling those terrorists ISIS or Isis, when that is the goddess of Egypt. And we should stand our foot down. Even in some of the military quarters, they were calling it different names. It's not ISIS. It never was. It's the West that gave it those initials. I don't want to dwell too much longer on that subject, but the goddess of prosperity and abundance and love and blessing, Isis from Egypt, is saying that there's a message that she has for you to balance your career and your home life, so that at this stage of your life, you can think just as much as what you're doing in the home as what you do in a career. And that balance will create the prosperity and the abundance and the not acceptance necessarily, but the satisfaction that you're seeking, so that you know that you're doing what you need to be doing in the world. And there's also a very special energy that you have to be a teacher. And that's where they're asking you to focus your energies on, is teaching. You have a special ability to teach from the Maha Kohan realms, the energy of the Master Rakoxi, also with Saint Germain. And so the idea then from the goddess Isis, once again, the key is to balance your career, which they're suggesting you spend time in figuring a way to use your career to teach and help others, and balance it with your home life so that you're not stressed out one way or the other and you're very happy.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sound right for you, Nancy?
Oh, it does. It really does. Yes.
Okay. And what are your choices coming up, love? We could help you with that as well on any kind of healing. So what are your choices? Because your question's pretty open-ended, and I thought he was terribly accurate for what you'd asked.
He was, and I'm actually studying alternative healing myself, and doing a lot of remote healing, and I was just curious if that's the right direction.
Yeah, the remote healing, not so much. I feel like you might be better off on the direct stuff, people that interact with your energy, which feels very soft and loving and kind. So the remote healing test's somewhat weak, but go ahead and stand up, due north, love, and I'll change some of those for you real quick, okay?
All right, okay.
Yep, if you're facing due north, going to pull you forward for yes and push you backwards for no. You're going to feel a weakness in the remote healing. It's going to drop you back a little bit. You'll feel it now.
Yes.
I'm going to release whatever's blocking you from that. Delete and erase it. Disentangle it all out now. Pull her straight forward when you bring it in. And it's going to pull you forward and pull, and drop you back to neutrality once it's done. Here we go.
Oh, yes. I feel it.
And that's just us bringing in some more direct energy. It's generally Holy Spirit stuff. You're going to feel that wave. And it's going to fill you up and bring you back to neutral once it's done.
Okay.
And it is a radio show, so feel free to talk. I know it's happening, but listeners may not. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good.
Good. So I want you to imagine remote healing above your head right now, a little cartoon bubble, and it's going to pull you forward now.
Yeah.
And you see how it's going forward instead of back?
Yes, I do.
Makes sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So reach out to me if you can, love. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com. Be glad to send you a whole bunch of things to read, watch, and listen to. And let's see if that didn't strengthen it. We also do a practitioner program for my liquid fish, which is what you just experienced, and that's my form of healing, if you will, that came about through a near-death experience. And we even have a certified practitioner program, that helps out a lot of folks who've signed up for that as well. So I'll be glad to send you that. You can read about it. It's all free. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, both of you.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in, Nancy. We appreciate it. Enjoy. Keep us posted. We appreciate you listening. A lot of folks in listening mode right now. Raja, you want to add anything? Let folks know how to get a hold of you. Very important. Folks, press 1 if you want to ask a question or get a reading or a healing. Go ahead and tell them how to get a hold of you, though, and the email address, maybe the website.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. I also want to say I got an overwhelming feeling of the wonderful work that you're doing, the great show that you have, and everything. I'm very happy to be here with you today. And yes, people can contact me also by going to my website, which is stardoves.com. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and we have an Instagram account under _Merlin anyway. And we can also call us at our private number of 575-770-5426. That's 575-770-5426 if anyone feels they need to speak with us. And we do all sorts of services and sacraments, ancient types of readings, from Yei Ching to radionics to karma release to Melchizedek star blasting, star soul attunements, to planets, helping people to find out what planet they're from, if they're from a planet, part of their mission on Earth. And that's all under our services department at our website at stardoves.com. And I also want to say that since the 1970s, my beloved and I, before she went to Venus back in 2011, began a publication called the Star Love Network. And we now are incorporating one called the Fountain of Youth, which is just going to be centered around all of Florida and going up into the Smoky Mountains. We do vortex tours of sacred sites in Florida and the Smoky Mountains around Asheville, North Carolina, where we stayed for about 7 years. And the one that we're focusing on, the Florida, is because Florida is also very sacred, being a part of the ancient Atlantis. It was an ancient Atlantean colony at the time when everything from Florida over to the Gulf of Mexico was land, a big beach where you could walk from Key West to the Yucatan, long time ago. And so there are springs, as everybody knows. The real Fountain of Youth is here, probably in several locations, from St. Augustine all the way over there to Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Naples, Fort Myers, all of that area running up into Crystal River, Rainbow Springs, Homosassa Springs, Silver Springs. All of these are very sacred, special areas which are going to start becoming more and more known to people as being sacred Atlantean vibrations. In fact, they have some rivers that go underneath Florida that go all the way through underneath Atlanta, where the Stone Mountain is, and from there, there's a tunnel that goes all the way to below Asheville. And all of that was used by the ancient Atlanteans. And all that information will be in our magazine, so everybody in Florida, be on the lookout for the Fountain of Youth. We're also accepting all of the healers and New Age practitioners who would like to place their information in that magazine. It'll probably come out twice a year at first, but we're really excited about that.
Love it. Yeah, count me in. I'd definitely be interested in that. And also, I'm sure you're going to do it electronically as well. And, yeah, I'm sure you can sign up for your newsletter off your website as well. So that's great stuff. And I would chime in with you. And, you know, folks, if you're on this radio show, you're already a little woo-woo, and that's all good. But let me tell you something. If you drive Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and you're on A1A, the regular little highway goes all the way to Key West, you can actually look down from different bridges in different areas of Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, all along in there, Dade, Broward, and you can see the weird Stonehenge-looking things and tracks and roads that are going down into the ocean. It is so bizarre. And, you know, in case you wondered, folks, where there was a lot going on a long, long time ago, and it's real as real can be. And if you want to Google and look at some of the pictures, just Google, you know, maybe Atlantean pictures, Dade, Broward County, and just the stuff is so ornate and so outrageous looking, and it was really handcrafted and beautiful to look at. So, and Florida is amazing. I agree with you, and I've traveled the world myself, but I was born and raised in Clearwater, Florida. So yeah, I get it. And there's just so many Indian burial grounds and so much going on with the different springs. It's just amazing. So, you know, well said. Hey,
Yes,
our next caller. Yeah, our next caller, 650, Miranda. How are you today? You have a question?
Yes, I'm fine, Jimmy. Thank you so much. I was just wondering if I could get any healing on getting a good night's sleep. It's been escaping me for a few years now, and I would just love to wake up refreshed.
Yes, let's see. We're getting part of the information for you has come, and now we're looking for one more part to be able to help you. And here it is. So you've got a double message, one coming from White Tara, the goddess of Tibet and Nepal, of the Tibetan Buddhists, Tara, and her mantra is Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Swaha. And through that mantra, she's passing you on a blessing, and she's saying that the more you purify yourself, you may be the purest being in the world, but be ye therefore perfect, as the Holy Mother Father in heaven is perfect. The more purified you become, the more you'll be able to sleep better. And that I'm sure that Jimmy can help you with some wonderful healing, energy healing too, because beloved Merlin has come in and said that by raising your hands to the sun and the moon at the different times, in the sun in the daytime, the moon at night, and receive energy healing from the sun and the moon so that you can sleep better. Allow yourself, as you're raising your hand, to receive the energy and ask for that blessing, to receive the blessing into your hands to calm your body. And they say that when you become very happy, you'll need less sleep, and you won't have any trouble sleeping. So first we want to see you purify your beingness in every way you can. That may mean lay aside any habits, or maybe you don't have any. So it's just eating better, doing something that you know you can do in your life to purify. It will help you to sleep better, and then to receive that energy healing and to be happy. Once you're happy, you need less sleep, and you can go to sleep right away, because you don't lay down till you want to sleep.
Makes sense?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, the purification piece, when he's saying that, what I'm getting also, just so you know, is all about, the other thing that would help you is Epsom salts, big time. And so people are either lavender or non-lavender. You're non-lavender. So you have a bathtub as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, and so I'm asking them hot or cold. You actually test for colder water or tepid water. And so you want to put a little cup of Epsom salts in that. It's non-lavender. You can get it from any Walmart or any grocery store. And that would go a long way to take a shallow bath. All it really is a magnesium, and that helps relax everything you got going on. And when he mentioned the purification part, that immediately jumped in my head. It's going to go a long way to help you out. Sleep is all about habitual issues. And in Europe, they're doing a study over there. What they find is they'll actually come in and wake you up for 24 hours. So if you're almost asleep, they come in every hour and wake you up and jar it out of you. And so they keep you awake. And you can imagine what you're like 24 hours later. You're ready to hit that cycle. So I tell everybody, you definitely want to go to sleep at the same time and get up at the same time every day as much as you can, even on the weekend. If you think you're sleeping in an extra hour or something, it's just silly. You want to make every effort habitually to go to sleep at the same time every night and get up at the same time every day. I also get that you're hyper vigilant too, which means you're in the middle of the SWAT team going room to room going, I'm going to kill you before you can kill me kind of stuff. So if you email me info@jimmymackhealing.com and just put sleep in the subject line, we will send you an audio MP3. It's all about sleep, and it'll help you clear a lot of these blocks that, time doesn't allow in the radio show today. It's over a half hour long. It probably has 125 clearings, so that would really help you out a lot. You want to stand up, face due north?
Yes. Okay.
Awesome. So you can just say it's safe and comfortable for me to sleep. It's going to pull you backwards.
It's uncomfortable for me to sleep.
It's safe and comfortable for me to sleep.
It's safe and comfortable for me to sleep. I'm just staying in the middle.
Okay, let's change it to yes. It's hidden. So let's release everything. Delete and erase it, disentangle and uncollapse it, whatever is causing her to be restless during the night, and also all that's blocking her from sleep. When you don't move like that, that just tells me it's hidden. So we're going to release all these blocks. It should pull you back right now. It'll delete them.
I'm still staying in the middle.
That's okay. I also get your energy is reversed, so we're going to flip that around too. And that tells me that you're definitely, my mother would say you got your days and your nights mixed up, like you're groggy and zombie all day and you don't even sleep at night. So it's very interesting. So right now,
all of a sudden I'm being pushed to the front.
Yeah, and that's us bringing that in, that it's safe and comfortable for you to sleep. And it's because I flipped your energy around to running direct as opposed to indirect.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
So that's going to fill you up. It's going to push and fill you up with safe and comfortable to sleep.
Okay.
And it's going to bring you back to neutral once it's done, okay?
Yeah, I'm back in the center.
Love it. So I'm asking them if there's something else as far as your stuff goes. It's mainly hypervigilance. So you test this. I feel hypervigilant, like something's going to go wrong. You're subject, they're saying, to bad dreams and nightmares and night terrors almost. Does that make sense?
No, I don't get any bad dreams or nightmares.
I think you're getting them, but you're not remembering them. But that's okay. So this is going to pull you forward to yes as well. The inability to sleep is going to go to yes. And it's fear-driven, they're saying.
It's still in the center.
That's fine. We're going to release it to no anyway. It should pull you backwards when it leaves. Let's release that off of her, disentangle it, uncollapse it, take it all out now. Pull her straight back when you're done.
I'm still in the center.
That's okay. It's hidden. So wherever that is, have her learn all the lessons she needs to. From the inability to sleep is no. Change it to yes. Also, the inability to sleep still serves her as yes. Release that to no. Pull her back when you're done.
Yeah, I'm being pulled back.
There you go. Make sense?
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank
Let's
you
see what happens now, love. Yeah, thank you, and thanks for calling in. I definitely get the purification piece that he's talking about, and that's definitely what he's picking up on is the Epsom salts and all that. It's very ritualistic. You need to be more ritualistic about your sleep. Okay, and if you email me, I'll gladly send you my sleep audio, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you both.
Thanks, Miranda. Thanks for calling in. Awesome.
Yeah, I got a very strong hit on the Epsom salts, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, and the purification piece. Yeah, I picked up on that, definitely. 860 is our next caller from Connecticut. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Raja. The question I have is I just want to make sure I'm in the right place. I remember my Atlantean past lives, and it's very important for me to stay along the East Coast wherever I live. I have to be near the East Coast, the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm from Virginia Beach, from Virginia. I've lived in Georgia. I've lived in Florida. I'm in Connecticut right now. Am I in the right place? Because I feel like that's very important to be in the right place at the right time.
The beloved Egyptian god Horus came through immediately for you, telling you that you are seeing everything accurately, completely, and to remember to follow your heart in all things. And since you have been doing that, there can be no other answer for you than you are indeed in the right place at the right times, and that you are seeing everything accurately, and to continue to follow your heart and your beliefs. So we're with you 100%.
Oh,
Very cool.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for that validation. Thank you. That's beautiful.
I definitely get Connecticut all day long. It feels like you've kind of weaved and worked your way up the coast, kind of thing. But where you're at now tests extremely strong. When I asked Spirit about Connecticut versus Virginia, how does Virginia test weak for you? Connecticut tests really, really strong for you. I couldn't stand winter, and winter's coming. I'll take our hurricanes any day of the week, but for whatever reason, it suits you. And they're just showing me kind of the little yellow brick road and a little cottage with smoke coming out of the chimney and that sort of thing. So it's very hearth and homey. That's what you've made it into, if that makes sense. I just get a real sense of family and hearth and home, and I can just almost see you guys. It's almost like you really enjoy every little season. So you're in the right little place for that too, because you are experiencing winter, spring, summer, or fall, and they're calling it the greatest contrast possible. Does that make sense?
Oh yes, absolutely. I have to go through the change of seasons. That's perfect. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So they're just saying that. I mean, when I ask Spirit right now, there's another place that tests highest and best for instead of Connecticut. There's like no other place right now on Earth that tests stronger for you than Connecticut. So, if you move from where you're at right now, it would be more Connecticut. More Connecticut. So, okay.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you both so very much. It's great to have that validation, and I will continue to follow my heart. Many blessings to both of you, and thank you so much, Raja.
Blessings to you as well. And the angel is saying that you can always get a great big old motorhome and travel up and down the East Coast forever and ever and ever, going wherever you like there.
That's true too. That may be when the kids are older, I guess. But it's like you'll always come back to Connecticut, I think. So very interesting. Wow, good stuff. Hey, our time's flown by, hadn't it? Didn't it go wild? It goes fast. Seems like 10 minutes, right?
Wow, it really has. When you're having fun, that's what happens, right, Jimmy?
That's a fact. Hey, give people your information, my friend, and let them know how to get a hold of you for private readings. And also, we've got a lot of healers and spiritual leaders and intuitives and maybe card readers, astrology, numerology, all different types of folks listen to this show. So let them know how to get a hold of you, because they'd be interested in advertisements. And our regular folks would love a reading from you, I'm sure. So let them know how to get a hold of you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. And those professionals who would like to advertise their products, services, or events on a strictly Aquarian-related email list of over 111,000 double opt-in. And with our big list, we reach 400,000 with our NGOs and our Light Party Global Peace Foundation. We're behind the lightparty.com, which is the New Age politics, and those advertisements can be gotten at marketingwiththestars.com. And for any of you who report that you heard us through the radio station, we'll give you 50% off the prices that are listed at marketingwiththestars.com, and our spiritual website, where we give our readings and our information on what's going on in the spirit realms with the ascended masters and the beings from the other planets, is at stardoves.com, stardoves.com, and I can be reached by email at ra@stardoves.com. or at 5Sept2017 And again, we have Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twatter, and Instagram.
Love it. And thanks so much for being on the show today. I really, really, really appreciate your contribution. And it's always great to get a different slant and some different information from other folks, too. And just to sync up and realize we're both on the same track in different realms. I just love it. It's great confirmation. So thanks so much for that and being here today.
Well, thank you once again, Jimmy, for inviting me and for offering all the wonderful work that you have. And I'm really impressed and blessed with being in your presence.
Well, we appreciate it.
And your wonderful listeners, and we're sending love and blessings from the higher realms to all those out there in Radio Land.
Love it. And we're going to see Florida safe, and he and I both are going to put up some invisible walls that'll be bumper-proof for hurricanes. And so we're going to do that today and continue to hold Florida in our prayers, as well as Houston and the surrounding areas of Houston. Folks, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for listening and calling in. You can always reach out to us, info@jimmymackhealing.com. We'll help you and contribute to you in any way that we can. And my wish for you is for the rest of your life to be the best of your life and to remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yo, everybody get up! Everybody get up! Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group, just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.